All right, y'all, so my quail have approximately 4 days before they hatch. So it's time to get the brooder and get the quail enclosures put together. So I got the first one done, and this is how it would look if you just get it straight from the store and put it together. I mean, it looks nice, and for how much I paid for it, I'm not complaining because I did catch it on sale on Memorial weekend. But if a predator really wanted to get in here, it'll get in here. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up a little bit. I will be putting a handle up here so I can pick it up, quail alight, so it'll be no problem for me to pick the cage up and move it to a fresh piece of grass. And I will put hardware cloth across the whole entire bottom. All right, finally, y'all. So I got both of the quail enclosures set up. And so here's my idea of why I went with this one right here. So in this one, I will have one male and probably 4 or 5 females. And in this one, I will have one male and 4 or 5 females. And I'm raising quail for the eggs and for the meat. So y'all, this is why I'm raising some quail for meat. Look at the price for a pack of turkey dogs, beef dogs. Ridiculous. So this is the hardware cloth I decided to go with, the predator proof, the bottom. I went with the 1/2 inch for 2 reasons. One, because the blades of the grass will be able to go through it and they can eat and graze on insects and eat the grass. And then 2, their droppings will fall through the hardware cloth down to the ground. All right, y'all, so it is the next day. I just came back from Home Depot. Had to go pick up some exterior oil-based, I guess it's like a wood stain. It's UV protection, mold and mildew resistant, and seals out water, just to spray these quail enclosures down so maybe they'll last a little bit longer. So what I think I'm gonna do is, the hardware cloth comes with the little wrap piece that's wrapping it around to hold it in a circle. I'm thinking I'm gonna lay the hardware cloth out flat, and then I'll wrap it around like here, do like 3 secure wraps around here under the bottom of the wood, and then I take it from the bottom of the wood and wrap it through here, you know, just wrapping it in and pretty much tying it in that way. Okay, y'all, so this is what I end up doing. I end up using that thin piece of metal and some zip ties. I had to use the zip ties to hold it still, but I'm taking and twisting the metal around the wood and through the hardware cloth, and I go every so often till it gets completely tight. And on the back side up under the house, I end up just putting some screws in it to hold the hardware cloth down. So when it comes to the quail brooder, I just keep it simple. All I have is a clear plastic tote right here. I had the lid on it where I cut the top out, put some hardware cloth on it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first line it with a dog pad. And then once I get it lined with the dog pad, then I come back with some pine shavings and put that in there. And then I would just put their heat plate. I'll put some food, some electrolytes, and some water in there. Okay, y'all, so we are down to the last 3 days. So now I have to take the yellow egg turner out. I have to get the humidity to at least 60%, and I have to open the vent window right here in the back all the way open. So let's go ahead and get that all the way open. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and snatch the dome off and take out the yellow egg turner. So it's the final countdown. Have approximately 1 day till my quail eggs hatch out, and I'll be another step closer to being more self-sufficient. Okay, y'all, so the time right now is 1:34 a.m. and I was up in the living room watching TV, and I kept hearing a noise, and I was like, that sounds like chirping. And I came in here to check on the quail, and as you can see, the first quail has hatched out of its egg. Also, as you can see now, we have 2 quail. So a second one has hatched. They're coming right along. Y'all, so I went ahead and took one out of the incubator and put inside of the brooder, while the other one is in there drying out since it just hatched out. Let me get it up under the heat. All right, y'all, so we got 2 of the quail up under there now. All right, y'all, so I end up having 2 more quail hatch out for a total of 4 quail. And y'all, this was not a successful hatch rate at all. So I end up ordering 20 jumbo brown Coturnix Quail eggs, and the company ended up sending 24. Out of the 24, 2 arrived broken, which left me with 22 to hatch out. Out of the 22 eggs I had in the incubator, only 4 eggs hatched out. This was my first time ordering from this company. Not sure what happened, what went wrong, but I'm not gonna let this deter me. And out of the 4 quail that hatched out, I ended up having 1 that died, which left me with a total of only 3 quail. And I'm not sure, with all the problems I had with them hatching and the 1 dying, if I even want to start my flock off with this this batch right here. So I'm gonna end up ordering some more quail eggs from another company. The company that I first got my quail from the first time when I raised quail was out of stock, so I'm gonna check back in and hopefully they have some in so I can order from them. But like I said, this is not gonna deter me. I will get my flock up and going. But yeah, everything doesn't always go as planned, but if at first you don't succeed, you try again. But if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, consider subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell so you don't miss none of my future videos. And as always, thank y'all for watching.